Something is not sitting right with me about the Chicago Bears, and we need to talk about it because reports are now linking the team to free agent left tackle Taylor Decker. While we have made strides under Ben Johnson, the offensive line remains a massive question mark that could derail our entire season if we do not act fast. Adding a proven veteran like Decker provides the stability we desperately need while letting us stick it to the Lions twice a year. And honestly, the more details come out, the harder it is to ignore what is going on behind the scenes. Smash that like button, subscribe, and tell me your name and city in the comments. Let us get into it. The Chicago Bears are officially being linked to veteran left tackle Taylor Decker as a potential solution to our lingering depth concerns along the offensive line. After a brilliant first season under head coach Ben Johnson, we finally feel like this team is becoming a legitimate powerhouse in the NFC North. Yet the uncertainty at tackle remains a persistent headache for supporters. While our front office navigated a transition period by trading for Garrett Bradbury and drafting Logan Jones following the retirement of Drew Dahlman, the injury status of Ozzie Trapilo has left a notable void on the edge. The truth is, Christopher Knox of Bleacher Report has identified the recently released Decker as a primary target for our roster. Decker, who spent 6 seasons playing under Coach Johnson in Detroit, was let go after refusing a pay cut this offseason. According to Pro Football Focus, the veteran allowed just 2 sacks in 2025 while grading as the 41st overall offensive tackle, proving he still has the technical skill to serve as an effective insurance policy for any contender. This news has hit our fan base with a mix of optimism and caution, as we are eager to see this team reach its full potential, but are also protective of the younger talent currently fighting for reps in the trenches. The possibility of Decker enacting vengeance against his former squad twice in 2026 certainly adds a layer of drama that most fans find quite compelling. However, we are left wondering if the front office truly believes our internal development is sufficient, or if the pressure to capitalize on this championship window will force an immediate move. Is this veteran depth a luxury we can afford to ignore while the rest of our rivals strengthen their own lineups for the grueling months ahead? Taylor Decker is officially a free agent, and the prospect of the veteran left tackle joining Chicago is already creating a massive buzz among our fan base this season. The situation hit a boiling point after the Detroit Lions asked their longtime starter to accept a pay cut this offseason, leading to his eventual release when he refused those terms. Now, here's the thing. This move makes perfect sense because we have an immediate need for depth while Ozzie Trapilo recovers from a ruptured patellar tendon. According to Pro Football Focus, the veteran performer allowed just 2 sacks in 2025, while grading out as the 41st overall offensive tackle. His history is impressive, but it is his deep familiarity with our head coach that makes this potential acquisition so intriguing. Having played 6 seasons under our current leadership, Decker already knows the offensive scheme, which would allow for a seamless transition into our rotation. Behind closed doors, Ryan Poles and the coaching staff are surely weighing the benefit of immediate stability against their desire to develop younger talent on the roster. They have to consider if investing in a player who turns 33 next month is the right path towards securing a deep playoff run. Historically, adding an experienced pro who has spent years in the trenches of the NFC North can often provide that necessary anchor during the final stretch of the schedule. While it would certainly be a twist to bring in a former divisional rival to bolster our front, the chance to gain an edge in our quest for a division title is hard to ignore. If the front office decides to act, they will be looking for that specific veteran presence to solidify the protection for our quarterback, ensuring we remain a true powerhouse all year long. Keeping our offensive line sturdy is the bridge between a good season and a true championship run. And that is why the latest chatter surrounding Taylor Decker feels so significant for us right now. With Ozzie Trapilo working his way back from a ruptured patellar tendon, our depth chart is currently walking a tightrope that could snap if we face further attrition in the trenches. Adding a veteran like Decker, who allowed just 2 sacks in 2025 according to Pro Football Focus, would provide invaluable insurance for our left side while offering the kind of steady professional presence that seasoned fans truly appreciate. And the more I look at this, the clearer it becomes that bringing him into the fold would allow our younger linemen to develop without the crushing pressure of being the only thing standing between an opponent and our quarterback. This move would pay dividends when we face the physical defensive fronts of our NFC North rivals, turning a potential vulnerability into a position of strength as we jockey for playoff positioning. We know the division is a gauntlet, and having a veteran who already knows the schemes of our head coach from their time together in Detroit would give us a tactical edge during those high-stakes late-season games. Securing someone with that level of familiarity would stabilize the rotation immediately, preventing a minor injury from cascading into a larger problem that could derail our momentum. While waiting for our younger guys to grow is a noble strategy, we are in a position to win now. And failing to address this gap while a quality starter remains available is a risk we simply should not take. Strengthening the foundation is the only way to ensure we remain a powerhouse capable of conquering the challenges ahead and securing our place at the top of the conference standings. Adding a veteran like Taylor Decker to our offensive line offers a massive upside for a team with championship aspirations. Bringing in a player who understands the intricacies of Ben Johnson's offensive scheme provides immediate stability, especially given the current injury concerns surrounding Ozzy Trapilo and his recovery from a ruptured patellar tendon. The familiarity factor cannot be overstated, as reuniting with his former coach could minimize the adjustment period significantly. Think about it this way: adding a battle-tested pro who allowed just 2 sacks in 2025, according to Pro Football Focus, offers insurance that young developing players simply cannot guarantee. However, the counter-argument is equally valid. Investing heavily in a 33-year-old free agent could potentially stunt the growth of the younger talent currently on our roster. We must weigh the necessity of short-term security against the long-term benefits of allowing draft picks like Logan Jones to gain live game experience. Bleacher Report's Christopher Knox notes that both the Chicago Bears and the Los Angeles Rams are logical destinations for tackle reinforcements, pointing out the unique circumstances facing each franchise. While Decker is the primary name linked to us, the market also mentions players like Alaric Jackson as potential options for teams needing immediate help, even with his separate legal hurdles. Here's where I land on this. While the prospect of signing Decker is enticing, I believe the panic surrounding our current offensive line depth is slightly overblown by national outlets. We have already made significant moves to bolster the front this offseason. I would prefer to see our current coaching staff work with the depth we have for a few more weeks before committing to a veteran salary. It is a calculated risk, but in a league where salary cap management is vital, staying the course with the talent already in our building might be the wisest path forward for this organization. The recent developments regarding our offensive line strategy signal a significant shift in the long-term philosophy of this Chicago Bears franchise under Coach Ben Johnson and General Manager Ryan Poles. By addressing the interior vacancies with targeted acquisitions like Garrett Bradbury and Logan Jones, the front office is clearly prioritizing stability and tactical depth to protect our backfield. And that changes everything for our outlook as we look toward a competitive window in the NFC North. We should feel a sense of cautious optimism heading into this season, knowing that our leadership is proactive rather than reactive in identifying potential weaknesses. While the prospect of signing a veteran like Taylor Decker from Bleacher Report lists offers intriguing insurance given the injury recovery status of Ozzy Trapilo, we must balance that veteran presence against the need to develop our younger roster members. The familiarity Decker shares with our coaching staff could provide an immediate boost, yet the patience demonstrated by our front office suggests they are building for sustained success rather than chasing temporary fixes. This deliberate approach ensures we remain a legitimate powerhouse over the next few seasons as our core continues to gel. If the goal is to build a championship-caliber unit, it is wise to monitor the market for experienced talent while maintaining faith in the growth trajectory of our current depth chart. This measured strategy reflects a mature organization that understands exactly what is required to contend at the highest level of professional football. With the season approaching, would you prefer to sign the experienced Taylor Decker today, or trust our developing roster to handle the load on the left side? If you enjoyed the video, do not forget to like it and subscribe to the channel. Bear down. I'll see you in the next one.